These are my favorite businesses in GTA Online. These are great for money making and overall just enjoyable to grind. Starting with the Nightclub, which in a lot of people's opinion is the best business in the entire game. I could definitely say it's by far the best for passive money making, and we'll talk a little bit about that now. So pressing down on the D-pad, as you can see on the bottom right, we have the wall safe generating $50,000 every in-game day, which is a lot. I mean, every 48 minutes you could do whatever you want in GTA Online, and meanwhile you generate money completely passively out of thin air. It's just like magic, but it all depends on the popularity bar that you see right under it. Now I have it completely full, as you can see, but if it's not completely full, you definitely want to fill it up either by kicking out a troublemaker, which we have right here, or driving a VIP home. You're gonna see a blue mark on the map if you can't do one of those. That's gonna fill up one full bar. Now I'm gonna do this just because you actually get free money from doing this as well. All you have to do is just go up to them, press right on the D-pad if it's a troublemaker. I have the popularity bar maxed out, so it's not actually gonna do anything for the popularity, but I will get some free $10,000 from just pressing right on the D-pad. That's gonna kick him out, and just like magic, our Nightclub popularity has increased, as you can see on the left side, and we got 10k. So to set up the Nightclub, you just need to do a few tedious missions and then you're all set, and then the wall safe starts actually generating money. I personally play about a few hours every single day, so I generate about 150, maybe $200,000 while playing, and then I could just go and collect it every single day like that. It does actually cap at 250k, so once it reaches that point, you definitely need to go and collect it and just refill the popularity bar, and then you can go about your day in GTA Online and just come back whenever. It does also have an active money making side to the Nightclub, but I don't really mess with that ever, so let's move on to the next one. Next is CEO Vehicle Cargo. This is one of my favorite things to grind in GTA Online. Heading inside of the computer, this is one of my favorite things to do in this game. So it's in the middle one, Vehicle Cargo, then we press on Source Vehicle, and then it's going to be a randomized vehicle that it's going to source for us. Now we are hoping for a top range vehicle. It's going to give us either top range, medium range, or low range. I think it is. Top range would end up selling for the most, and it's going to be a higher end vehicle. So let's see if we can get lucky with this. And we have got the FMJ. I swear that's a top range vehicle. Usually it gives you a notification on the left side. Didn't seem to get that for some reason, but I want to say the FMJ supercar would be a top range vehicle, so I think we got lucky. It's all about luck with what type of vehicle you get. So you just head to the location of the car. It's usually not going to be too far. I definitely don't want to blow that guy up. He's way too close to the supercar. What is my character doing? And then the last guy, or actually this is the last guy. Now we can go ahead and break into the FMJ. This is some pretty nice customization. I really like this paint job, and you definitely don't want to damage it too much either, so just try your best not to crash, because it's actually going to give you a repair cost and then you have to spend money to repair it. But overall at the end, obviously we're going to be making more money than we spent. Before doing this, of course, you do need to have a vehicle warehouse. You can buy a smaller one, a fairly cheap one if you want. If you don't want to go all out with this, that's fine. I don't grind this 24/7, but every now and then this is definitely pretty fun to do. Now I'm gonna stop my car and I'm gonna shoot you down. I don't even care. Are you serious right now? Another one spawned? Bro, these NPCs are spawning left and right. Now we've got to the vehicle warehouse. The FMJ was delivered to the warehouse. Now for the second part of this mission, to actually get the money, we need to go and sell this vehicle. The FMJ has been repaired by the mechanic. You've been charged with the repair costs, so we did just lose like 3,000 bucks right there, but that's fine. We're gonna make a lot more after. So now once we've got that car inside of the warehouse, as you can see it right over there, let's go into the laptop and go and sell this vehicle. Now there's different types of sells you can do with this, if that makes sense, and it was in fact a top range vehicle, which is exactly what we're looking for. So now we're gonna press on export. Okay, let me select it first, and now let's export it. There's different offers. The cheapest one is going to be the easiest sell mission, and there's no modifications required or anything, but we're going to go for the most expensive option, which is going to require some modifications to put on it and a little bit of a farther delivery point, which is fine. So we're going to go for the specialist dealer just so we actually make the most amount of money possible. Going to sell for 100k, but we do need to spend 20k on some modifications. Let's go for this one. Why not? And those are the upgrades done. So it's just going to give you pretty simple directions on the bottom there what to put on it. Deliver the FMJ to the buyer. So, and we do actually have a timer for this. Total market value is 1.75 million. We get a $100,000 commission as long as we don't crash, right? So make sure you don't crash. We have a bunch of NPCs chasing us all of a sudden, which is annoying. They pop the tire too. If you guys manage to actually deliver the vehicles without any damage, that's actually like an insane challenge to do. If you don't suck like me, then you'll actually get nearly the full value, but we lost freaking 10k from this. Well, that was a little bit of a painful drive, but we did manage to get to this beautiful mansion. Let's drive into the yellow circle. And that is the vehicle delivered. Commission loss 10,000. Yes, that hurts, but overall we got $90,000. After modifying the vehicle, it's going to be a bit less. Still a decent profit overall, I would say, especially for a top range vehicle. We always want to get those. The next business we're going to be taking a look at is the bunker. Now, there's several ways of making money with the bunker. You actually have the ammunition side of it, which you can go in the computer. You can steal supplies or buy them for 60k, and then obviously you sell it. Just like with a lot of businesses, the cheaper sell option is just an easier and closer drop off, and then the more expensive one is going to be a little bit farther, but we do want to make the most money possible. Let's actually do this in a public session. I do recommend doing that just because you get a higher payout. Before getting into that, you also have the ammunition deliveries, which you can get an easy $50,000. So we got a public session with only 14 people. That's actually not too bad, so we definitely want to sell in this one. It's basically a high demand bonus. That's what it's called, selling in a public session. So you technically get more money than selling in an invite only. This is barely any stock. As you can see, it's not even a quarter full, but 150k is actually a solid amount. So let's do this quick mission. This is just a brief example, but obviously you can make a lot more money than I'm making with this one. If you have a lot of stock, then you're actually going to get multiple vehicles you need to deliver. So if you have a few friends that can help you with this, that definitely would be pretty useful. Let's press right D-pad to deliver it. You want some of this? 2 and 1. That's another one down. Then the last one is right over here. Boom. So that is one weapon delivered out of a total of 5, but we're carrying all 5 on this vehicle. And here is the last one. Now we have a few more Merryweather people to eliminate, and then we're done. And that is done. Now we just have to leave the area, and we should get just about 150k. No, we actually got closer to 190k with the high demand bonus. So selling in a public session is definitely worth it, if you ask me. You just have to make sure to find the right public session. Very solid amount of money for not even a quarter of the stock full. So you can just continuously resupply on the stock, and then eventually you'll have enough that's actually worth it to sell. The next business I really enjoy in GTA Online is the agency. There's so many different ways of making money with this business. There's the Dr. Dre contract, which is the main heist. You got a set $1 million for completing it, and it should take about an hour to an hour and a half to complete. So there's 5 or 6 missions total to complete this thing, but it does get pretty repetitive, so I don't really like to do it all that often. But the security contracts are extremely useful. You have 3 different difficulties that you can randomly get with these. Every different session you go in, it's going to give you a different list of 3 security contracts to choose from. So this one, professional level, is the easiest. It only gives you 37k. Let me go in another session that actually gives me one of the harder ones, specialist or specialist plus. Those are the harder difficulties. As an example, I'm going to show you the middle difficulty. So we got specialist, but if you got specialist plus difficulty, then you would probably get more or less $60,000 for the final payment. But 47k is still not too bad. You can do it either in an invite only or a public session. It doesn't really matter. As we say that, we talked earlier about the nightclub. We just got 50,000 bucks for it. Nice. So we have to go to West Vinewood, which is actually pretty close, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's really close to our agency. So now we just need to tail this guy on the motorcycle. So don't kill him just yet, although honestly we really could. Took a shortcut. Oh, crashed into a wall. Nice. Where are you going? Okay, we go inside of here. Room full of enemies. Come on, man. Now let's place some sticky bombs on all of these crates and get ready for a big kaboom. Oh yeah, that was satisfying. Now we need to plant the satchel charges on each of them. Now let's exit. We have 30 seconds to exit, otherwise we're gonna die along with a giant explosion that's gonna be in here. All right, so now we just lose a 4-star wanted level, which shouldn't be too difficult. Let's just find a parking garage. And there we go, $47,000. Now, there's actually another really good benefit with completing security contracts, so let's head back to the agency and I'll show you. So as you can see on the bottom right, we also have a wall safe in the agency, just like in the nightclub, and it generates a bit less money than the nightclub. It can generate up to 20 $20,000 after completing, I believe it's 200 security contracts. So grinding security contracts a lot would be beneficial. I think it's really smart to do because you're actively and passively generating money through one business, because you're passively making money doing these security contracts. We got one, there we go, Specialist Plus for 65k. This is one of the better contracts that you can do, and as you do more of these, you actually increase the daily rate of the passive income you get from that wall safe right over there. Now once you actually reach the max daily limit for the wall safe, you really don't have to worry about refilling anything. So it's not like the Nightclub where you actually have to refill the popularity bar to keep on generating the same amount of money. You could just lay back, and every single day after completing a lot of security contracts, you can sit back, relax, and every single time you would make 20k. Sure, it's not as good as the 50k you get with the Nightclub, but once again, you don't have to worry about refilling anything, which is nice. Next up is going to be the freak shop business, a relatively new one. First one is the acid lab inside of the Brickade. It's in the back of the Brickade. I don't really mess with it too much. The first and last dose missions are great mainly for beginners, just because you get a $100,000 bonus for each mission you complete. So if you haven't done those, make sure to go to the R icon in Sandy Shores. That's how you begin the whole thing. That's how you unlock the freak shop itself. But if you've done that, then there's a really cool quick money method that I like to do every now and then. So with the freak shop, you get Dax as a contact on your phone, give him a call, and then request some work. It's going to be the top option once you give him a call. So let's do that. Then it's going to launch a random fooligan mission. So we have to make our way to Grapeseed. If you have an air vehicle, it's going to help you out a lot, just like with the security contracts. Collect the hazardous chemicals basically in a duffel bag. That's why it's really useful to have not only an air vehicle, but a weaponized air vehicle. And I need to steal one of these planes. Wow, this thing is slow and it could barely go off the ground. So we got that one. This is going to be number 2. This should finish the job. There we go. So we contaminated all 3 farms. I mean, I guess I'll just crash into them. I don't care. You destroyed the tanker. Now we just leave the area. So give me this car real quick. $50,000 from that mission, which overall took about 10 minutes to do. Sometimes it's going to be a bit less. This was a relatively long one for a fooligan mission, but pretty solid money right there. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel so you don't miss any more awesome videos like these. You do not want to miss them. Click the video on screen now for the best vehicles to use as a solo player in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.